Breaking news. What if the crisis between Israel and the Arabs pushed the United States and China to the brink of a third world war? Harvard professor and applied history expert Graham Allison warns that war between the United States and China, the world's two most powerful countries, is possible but avoidable. The Harvard professor's book, The Road to War, Will the United States and China Really Break Free of Thucydides' Trap?, is a must-read on the topic. Original from Portugal. Intrinseca. 411 pages. Cássio de Arantes Leite's translation. The Thucydides Armada is the next step. The hegemonic power tries to stop the rising power from becoming dominant by any means necessary. Graham Allison shows that out of 16 cases studied, the top and second powers went to war in 12. There is currently near open warfare between the United States and China. The two countries are competing for economic and political dominance worldwide. Due to the unpredictable outcomes of a war between two giants and the potential use of nuclear energy, extreme caution is warranted. To be sure, the trade war between the United States and China is a war, albeit one in which weapons have not yet been used. Russia invaded Ukraine and is currently killing both military personnel and civilians, but neither the United States nor any European countries that claim to be Ukraine's allies have attacked Russia. There are two reasons to exercise caution. First, Vladimir Putin's country has nuclear weapons and could use them in Ukraine and other European countries like Germany, England, and France if attacked by the OTAN. Second, and perhaps most importantly, China backs Pichkin and Chekhov's homeland. The world, especially the United States and Europe, fears China, not Russia, which is a power, to be sure, but well below the principal contenders. China has nuclear weapons, a booming economy, extraordinary output, rising quality, and large foreign exchange reserves in US dollars, extensive international trade relationships, and a large, well-equipped military with highly trained personnel. Is a dangerous foe with many different connections. A conflict with China would therefore rapidly escalate into a global war. China currently does not desire war. This is because it seeks global commercial leadership and is improving trade ties with countries in Latin America, Africa, and Asia. By channeling funds through what appears to be a knockoff of the World Bank, it is funding projects in multiple countries, fostering a dependency that will inevitably grow unmanageable. Therefore, for the time being, war is more commercial and financial. Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany went to war with Great Britain, France, and other European countries at the end of the 1939 decade after invading Poland, most recently, over Putin's Russia's threat to Ukraine. Somewhat surprisingly, Hitler's alliance with the Communist Union of Soviet Socialist Republics of Iosif Stalin in August of 1939, just before the start of the Carnificina. Between 60 and 80 million people died between 1939 and 1945, was what bolstered his power. The Western powers underestimated Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler. The country and dictator left Europe in ruins at least until 1943, when they were winning the war. The Nazi leaders made a fatal mistake when they attacked the Soviet Union. After being captured and slaughtered, the Soviets switched sides and allied with Britain, and then the United States. Hitler was an avid reader, but he seems to have missed the significance of the French army's 1812 defeat in Russia, under the command of Napoleon Bonaparte. An extraordinary book on the subject is 1812, The Fatal March of Napoleon to Moscow, record, 630 pages, translated by Andrea Gottlieb Oliveira, which uses the romance, War and Peace, by Lev Tolstoy as its inspiration.